Hi, I'm Dave Kelly, professional speaker, author, trainer, and coach. And I'm the author of a book called The Sermon on the Mount, the Greatest Motivational Speech Ever. It tells of the Sermon on the Mount from the Gospel of Matthew, chapters 5 through 7. Sermon on the Mount was delivered by Jesus Christ on the shores of the Sea of Galilee. Imagine hundreds and thousands of people there to hear his words. Each week in this series of videos I call Monday on the Mount, I explore both the Sermon on the Mount and the book that I wrote and work to bring those words to life for you. We have started our journey right at the beginning of the Sermon on the Mount. We are now in the Beatitudes, which is what kicks off the Sermon on the Mount in Matthew 5, chapter 4. And there Jesus tells the crowd, God blesses those who mourn, for they will be comforted. I have been fortunate in my life that I have not lost anyone close to me in a tragic way. All of my grandparents and my parents have passed, but there was time to prepare for their passings. And most of them have been since the time that I've had God in my life. So I really have not grieved as much or had as much of a mourning process because I fully expect to see my loved ones again in God's kingdom. For some, though, death is a finality. They do not see themselves or their loved ones going on to a better place. They grieve because they see death as the end. God will comfort them, too. Just as I am comforted in the knowledge that my loved ones are waiting for me in his kingdom, God comforts those who do not yet believe. He does this because he does not want to see any of us hurting or sad. He comforts by reminding us of the life of our loved one, and he uses his people to comfort those who are mourning and grieving. I recall a conversation that I had with my wife's grandmother shortly before her passing about life after death. She was not concerned for the remainder of her time here on earth, but she wanted to know, would she see her beloved husband, Jerome, when she entered into God's kingdom? And I told her what Jesus told the Sadducees about marriage and heaven. He told them and us that we are not married or given in marriage in heaven, but we will know those who we loved here on earth. That comforted her. And a short time after that conversation, she went on to be with God and with Jerome. When we grieve, when we mourn, God will comfort and carry us. Each time I do a video, I want to give you an opportunity to reflect on what I talked about and what is there in my book. As we talk about Matthew 5:4 and grieving and mourning, I want to ask you, who do you mourn for and why? Is it someone who's passed away, not knowing God? Is it someone who is still on this earth and they have not accepted God or they don't know God and they are therefore risking eternal separation from them? Get a journal, write down your thoughts, share them in the comments down below, because your thoughts and your feelings may be the same as others. Plus, hopefully, people will reach out to you and give you comfort and strength for these loved ones of yours. And for those who are still with us but do not know God, please let us pray for them. I thank you for watching this video. I want to invite you to get a copy of the Sermon on the Mount, the Greatest Motivational Speech Ever. Here is a QR code that you can use. You will also see a bit.ly link right above my head, and it is in the comment or in the posting for this video. So you can click on that and buy it for just $10. I'd love for you to get that and go on this journey with me each Monday on the Mount.